Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to talk to you about a passport that is amazing that I would never take. And this is going to come from the feedback a little bit from a friend of mine who actually has this passport. It's like very, very desirable. Lots and lots of people would love to have this passport, and yet I would not take it. For those of you who don't know, the Singapore passport is by far one of the best passports in the world. And in a bunch of regards, I would say I would love to have a Singapore passport. Like, not only is the passport itself amazing, but Singapore as a country is amazing. The tax policy is quite good. So if you had to go and live somewhere, quite decent in that regard, they have a pretty good network of tax treaties, okay? So you might ask, well, why? Why then would you suggest that you would not take that passport? And the reason is quite simple. It's because they do not allow dual citizenship. And I think in the modern age, this is becoming really, really important. So quick anecdote about this friend of mine who will remain nameless. He happened to be living in Singapore for long enough he could qualify for Singaporean passport and went for it. However, as he looks at some of the things that Singapore is talking about doing, some of their possible policies, he's like, ugh, I don't know, like I'm not feeling that comfortable. Now, if that's your only passport, that's bad. If you have a bunch of passports, no big deal. And this is something I think is really worth noting, is that in the modern day, there's just so much change in the world, right? And we don't know what will happen in a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now. So when you have a lot of uncertainty, how do you deal with that? Do you try and predict the future? Humans suck at predicting the future, okay? We're probably not going to predict well. So the solution then becomes optionality. Buy or do various different things to secure multiple passports, okay? This is something I have done. This is something that lots of our clients have done. Where it really becomes powerful is when you have a bunch of them. When you can say, okay, well, Turkish passport isn't that great on its own, but it's a country that probably is going to be hard to push around. They have like 80 million people. I don't stand out if I have that passport, etc. So maybe I have that. Gives me a few different options. Not great in terms of reach, but I'll add it to my portfolio. I'll have, say, one in St. Kitts, or one in Dominica, or one in Antigua, something like that. And then maybe you go and you live somewhere else, then you add another passport, right? Or maybe you already have a passport from wherever you came from. Now you've got a bunch of options. But I think that with the world's high degree of uncertainty today, it's really, really important to be able to have optionality. And so this excludes, for me anyway, someplace like Singapore,